Alright, 13-2 with this list. Pyrite Spellbomb is freaking sweet. Ugin the Ineffable, you just can't F this guy. Alright, TonyScapone back, and I've got a spicy one for you today. We're playing some more Paradoxical Outcome. Of course, only 2 copies right now, but we've got a different configuration here. After having jammed PO for a while now, I've certainly been able to identify some of its weaknesses, and we've been exploring different routes to maybe try and improve on those. So I'd say a couple of the biggest things that we've had issues with is, and it comes to no surprise, we knew this, but I want to see how much of an issue they were before we took more drastic ways of dealing with them. So Bowmasters, obviously, and Narset. Naturally, as a deck that likes to draw a lot of cards, those are cards that prevent us or punish us for doing so. So we naturally have dipped into red a little bit to be able to deal with this. Fire and Ice is a very, very good tool to be able to deal with Orcish Bowmasters, doing 2 damage divided as we choose. It's still a blue card for Force of Will, and Ice is still pretty nice. Pyrite Spellbomb, which comes right off of Saga, that can either draw us a card or, of course, deal 2 to Orcish Bowmasters, as well as being a combo piece finisher. So with an active Emery and a Paradox engine, we can go infinite with Pyrite Spellbomb. You play the Spellbomb. As long as you have like an Opal, it'll untap it, then you can activate it, then you can replay it with Emery. You do need, actually that costs 2, so you need a Monolith or a Key or something like that. However, if we do not have an active Emery, we do have access to Walking Ballista as a finisher. Previously, we were playing Thassa's Oracle, or Jace, Wielder of Mysteries, I think it is. Just as finishers that, the idea is if you draw your entire deck, you can basically choose whatever you want as a finisher, and you want to play a card that's going to be able to beat the One Ring, that's going to be able to beat Veil of Summer, these cards that can temporarily prevent you from winning the game and having to pass the turn. And Walking Ballista actually fits that bill, because we can make a giant ballista, and then even if they played the One Ring, we can pass the turn and then just start activating it in their upkeep and killing them. So this card obviously plays around Veil, and it beats the One Ring. So it's really good. Pyrite Spellbomb is just very good, especially if we're dipping into red a little bit. Kills Bowmasters, obviously, and it's just kind of incidental and a bonus feature that we can kill them with it. Maybe our Ballista got exiled somehow, or we boarded it out for some reason, or whatever it is. It's nice to have another way to kill the opponent. And that is, of course, when we're not just killing them with constructs, which is more often than you'd think with this deck, especially since we have a card that allows us to make our construct unblockable, which comes up more often than you would think as well. So, naturally, it's really nice to have some burn, a little bit of reach to get over the finish line. So previously we were playing additional keys, 2 more POs, and Preordains, and now we have dipped into Emery. Emery is probably the biggest change for this deck, and I think it's been for the better. I am currently 9-1 with this list. I trophied only dropping 1 game with the first league that I went through, and then I just played another one where I 4-1'd. So far we're 9-1. It's been really solid. Emery is a way to be similar to Preordain in that it gives you selection, right? You get to mill 4 cards, not to mention the ones that are already in your graveyard or ones that you might draw. but effectively that allows for selection, because you get to select from those cards, as well as being a engine in and of itself, and a combo finisher. So, although it does open us up to some amount of graveyard hate, it's so little that I really don't think it would be worth it to really dedicate all that much graveyard hate against us, and if they do, it may very well not work out all that well for them. If they go for something like Leyline, it will probably be basically wasted. We can always trim on Emery. Oftentimes that will be a good idea. So it's been very good, which naturally puts us into Baubles, which then allows us to better support something like Thought Monitor, and just generally speaking, makes things smoother because we can better support Mox Opal, and we have bigger constructs. So I'd say the only downside to this list is we are a bit low on blue count. We have 18 blue cards in the main deck. However, that is okay. We don't necessarily always need blue cards. We draw a lot of extra cards, so oftentimes we just need to be able to draw into one blue card for a Force of Will, or we draw a bunch of extra cards and we're going to discard anyways, and we can draw or discard non-blue cards. Plus, where we need it the most is when we're boarding in Force of Negation, and then we wind up with a higher blue count anyways, so it really hasn't been all that much of an issue. You just kind of have to be aware of it and play accordingly. We have dropped Inventor's Fair, which is a little disappointing. It is entirely possible it winds up back in the list, but we have, thanks to being lower to the ground with Baubles and Emery, and coming off of a couple of the POs, we're able to go down on a land or two, which is nice. We have 16 lands, 1 Lorien revealed. But if you look at the mana base, there really just isn't that much room. If we were going to play Inventor's Fair, it'd be in place of a non-land card, and I think I do like 16 lands. So for now, we're not playing it. We're on 1 engine. It's entirely possible that we go to 2. For a while, I've gone back and forth from 1 and 2. When we had Inventor's Fair, it made me feel a lot better about having 1. Now we don't have Fair, and we have 1. 2 engine feels clunky sometimes. I'm not sure. I will say I do love that we are now down to 2 keys. One of the big things about the previous iterations was there were some inconsistencies, and one of the ways in which the deck was inconsistent was drawing keys without cards in play that key actually worked with. So besides the small thing of being able to filter some of your colorless mana into like an Opal or a Seed of the Synod, its main function is to untap either your Monolith or the One Ring, and it's not uncommon to have, if you're playing 4 keys, it's not uncommon to have 2 keys in your hand, and if you can't actually resolve one of those cards or don't have them in your hand, your keys aren't doing anything. So it was often enough that we just had keys that were just blank. And it feels really nice to be able to, we have 1 of each. We can get them from Saga, so there's plenty of redundancy for key. And Monolith is just a good card on its own. It doesn't necessarily need key. And we draw so many cards that we tend to draw into it anyways, whether it be naturally, getting it from Saga, flipping from Emery. Emery shows 4 cards. I've yet to feel as though I have a shortage of keys. Plus, once we start going off with Engine, you don't need multiple keys to really start going. So, although there is some level of power level that is being reduced as a result of playing fewer keys, ultimately it has felt a lot smoother, and I think it is a really good call. Could you play 2 manifold keys because this 3 mana unblockable clause is actually quite relevant? Yes. Is it correct? Maybe? I'm not sure. But I do like splitting them, being able to dodge Pithing Needle. Although generally speaking, if they're naming our keys, we're usually pretty happy that they didn't just name the One Ring. All in all, list has felt super solid. I have felt very little pressure from Orcish Bowmasters. For the most part, we've been able to just deal with it very easily. We have several ways to deal with it in the main board directly, with Walking Ballista, Pyrite, Spellbomb, 2 fires. Spellbomb being partially or difficult to interact with when it's just coming off of Saga. And then, of course, that's not to mention the fact that the One Ring can help us, which, when we have protection from everything, we're just not getting hit from Bowmasters. But to bridge that gap, when you don't quite have enough mana to play the One Ring and go off in the same turn, we have some burn to get us there. And then not to mention the Force of Will is just countering the card. So all in all, I felt very good against these tempo decks. And then, of course, it is also very good against Narset. Just being able to do damage to Narset is huge, even if you have to spew some amount of resources for it. Because oftentimes, what I've noticed is that my Narset opponent will allow the One Ring to resolve, not fight over it, because they're playing their Narset or whatever, and then they'll fight over that. So our Force of Will winds up having difficulties. And if they're going to let the One Ring resolve, well, now we can spew resources. We can, play a fire to kill their Narset, because then we're just going to pop off with the One Ring or cast Thoughtcaster, whatever it is. And not to mention, now moving into a couple Pyroblasts, which is great. It's great for Delver, it's great for the Narset matchups, it's just great all around. We still have access to a number of the same usual suspects in the sideboard here, just with, generally speaking, more removal. I have this Ugin. It's very flexible. It's meant to also help in the Narset matchups while still just being a flexible piece of removal that is specifically just good with the deck, making our colorless spells cost less, being a action engine, making 2/2s, killing stuff, just a flexible card. I'm testing it. I've only drawn it a couple times. I've only cast it once, I think, in the 10 matches that I played. But I'm going to keep playing it, see how it is. But yeah, that's about it. It is still largely the same deck. It just runs a little bit different, a little bit smoother in my experience. And so far, like I said, 9-1. Let's hope we can make it 14-1. So I will see you in the first round. Okay, here we are, round 1 against Runkor, who is a fan of the channel, oftentimes in my Twitch chat, so this should be interesting. Can't remember if they are typically a Storm gamer, or if they're just more of a spectator for the archetype, but we're going to keep this. Ancient Tomb, couple of redraws, and One Ring with Force of Will backup is, we're reasonably chanced to cast the One Ring on the second turn, or a Thoughtcast, and if we don't have any mana sources on the top 3, hopefully they're a combo deck that eats it to double Force of Will. Opponent has mulligan to 6. I'm going to go ahead and use one of these baubles. They are F6. It's an Elvish Reclaimer. Okay. Which, honestly, I don't think I'm going to be forcing, so I'll use bauble after they draw a card, so I get more information. I'm drawing Reclaimer. Oh, there's the Ancient Tomb. So casting a One Ring next turn if we don't get Wastelanded. Runkor says, "Good luck, have fun, you too." Casting Once Upon a Time. Showing Orcish Bowmaster's interesting. And Reclaimer, okay. So now we can bauble again, Bog on top. Good to know about. I'm going to let the Reclaimer go. Probably going to wind up forcing the Bowmasters. So really hoping to draw a blue card. Do I want to save life and use Monolith? I don't think so. Let's just slam it, draw a card. Not a blue card. For Force the Force, I'm probably going to pitch this Thoughtcast. But honestly, they might not play it yet. No, they will. Yeah. And we'll force it. And sending a message, I like it. We take 1, draw a card. It's blue. That's good. Emery's not great for us. Kind of want to play Saga. Emery's just going to get bogged anyways. Yeah, let's play Saga. And I'll play Monolith. And pass it over. If they have another Bowmasters, we can force it again. Well, Natural Collector Roof. That would have been a doozy. Holy mackerel. Okay, the use bog. That's good for us. Now we might be able to get some use out of Emery. We go to 8. Alright. That's a red source for fire. Okay. Let's go Bauble. Opal. Can't really afford to use Ancient Tomb anymore. Let's go Emery. Walking Ballista. Let's Bauble them. Noble Hierarch. We can go Saga. Get to draw a card. Another Bauble. They do have 4 cards. We're at 8. We gotta find another ring. Another Bowmaster. Well, at least we have Spellbomb coming up. Okay. So we go to 7. They have 2 cards left. Yeah, let's, 5, 2. Yeah, let's use Monolith. Untap. We take 3. Could also just get a key and then make a huge walking ballista. Ooh, the One Ring turns on these ancient tombs, so it's kind of free. We tap this, get a spell bomb, kill Bowmasters, then we can draw. Then we have 1, 2, 3. I'll still have to use 1 ancient tomb. Unless we draw mana, which we might. Or we can get a key. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play the One Ring. 4, 6. We can Ballista for 3. Let's get Spellbomb. What's nice is all these are colorless, so they can't actually protect with the white land there. It gives protection from a color. Like their Bowmaster dies. One way or the other, it's dead. Now, if they have a third one, so be it. I'll take the loss if they have it. They do not. So now what we can do is go Opal, Saga, One Ring, choose this one. Then we can target Walking Ballista and play Ballista for 2, play a Bauble, and they had a One Ring, so we don't care about getting attacked. So let's attack with our Construct. You know what? I'm going to draw. Emery. Let's draw from the Bauble. Fiend Artisan, but they're probably going to use Reclaimer. I feel like we know that they don't have this. Or no, they just didn't play it. Because they wanted to be able to activate Reclaimer. Got Dryad Arbor? I mean, I guess I'll shoot it. Part of me feels like it's some sort of bait, but I think it's still the right call. Land, they have 2 cards in hand. I'm pretty sure one's an Ignoble Hierarch. Probably about to Natural Order here. Zenith for 3. They already played Collect Roof. Grist. Okay. Are they killing Emery? Ballista? Why would you? I feel like they're forgetting the fact that I played the One Ring last turn. They think they're about to hit us for 3. Yeah. Alright, we go to 3. A key. Let that one go. Let's tap this. Get a key. Untap Monolith. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's play Voltaic Key. Play Thought Monitor. Ooh, that's a PO, huh? Alright, let's draw 2. Untap the One Ring, draw 3. Ooh, that's an engine. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Play Saga. It's 5. Play engine. Go for Bauble. Play Bauble. Untap everything. 3. We're just gonna. I don't know. There's any number of ways we can kill them here. I guess I'll make a Ballista for a bunch. And poke you for 1, attack you for 10. Alright, that did take a while. I will say that. We only have 14 minutes on our clock. So I want Ugin as a colorless way to be able to kill some of their more annoying permanents. It's black, so we don't have to worry about Deafening Silence. But I do want Repeals, Raven Form, Ugin. I want all of my burn. Cards I'm considering cutting include the following. Let's play a couple Emery. I know they can bog, but honestly, this is a card that, like, okay, you bog it, and then all you have to do is draw a Bauble, and the card is back on. So unless they're actually going to go Leyline of the Void, which they might, it is certainly possible. So I think I'll just trim 1, and I'll cut one of the POs, 1 Bauble. Maybe I'll trim 2 Emery. Let's try that. I'm going to keep this, but these hands are actually pretty risky against this deck. This deck is very capable of dealing with stuff like this. But we have other cards in our deck. We're not just relying on what you see in front of you here. Alright, didn't exactly want to see another Ancient Tomb, but here we are. Probably getting Collector Oofed like immediately. Shepherd, Cradle, Oof. Cradle, Green Sun Zenith for Oof. Fiend Artisan, wow. That's pretty fast. That's a little bit late, although this kind of foils that whole plan. So we can go Monolith, make a thing, have one leftover, play Opal. It's 3 artifacts and 2 mana. This costs 4. That wouldn't help. You pretty much have to put up blockers, though. And there's going to be a Collector Roof coming in hot, so might as well play this. We're in big trouble. Huh. Hand a Force of Vigor. It can't even be countered. Yeah, there's no coming back from that. That's a nutty hand, holy shit. Jeez. Let's run it back. Emery's a lot better on the play, huh? I think PO is going to be tough to get set up for. Same thing with Thought Monitor. It's a risky hand, but I'm going to keep it. Hoping they don't have Shepherd. They milled to 5. Land on top. Play Saga. Draw another Bauble. Thoughtseize? That's fine. I mean, they probably have to take the One Ring, right? They can't take us off of Force. We do have to save Force for whatever, like, hate permanent they probably wind up having. And took Emery. They might wind up Force of Vigoring here. Nope. Wobble. Wobble now to play around Bowmasters. Green Sun Zenith is a pretty good draw for them. Most likely. Although who knows, maybe they need a land. No, they already have one. That's probably a pretty good draw for them. Who knows, they could have 3 of them in their hand, and it's not a good draw, but that is annoying. But don't think I can afford to force it. Maybe I can. I'll be playing the One Ring. This can't kill, oof. Oh, this is a tough choice. I'm gonna force it. If we get blown up by Veil, that's GG pretty much. I think I kill this, keep the Spell Bomb around. They might have Force of Vigor, that would be really bad for us. Get Dryad Arbor in now. Interesting. Alright, no Force of Vigor, that's very good. Another Saga, wow. I think we just get Opal, play Petal, play Saga, play the One Ring, and I'm killing this now. Otherwise, we probably get Collect Roofed. If they just naturally have it in hand, then that's one thing. Fiend Artisan, okay. We'll probably find some removal for that. Tap this one. Oh, I should have drawn with the One Ring first, probably. Let's get Manifold Key. I'm going to draw. I'm going to untap it. I'm going to draw. Wow. It doesn't do too much on its own. Let's go Tomb, Monolith, Petal, Bauble, Bauble you, Shepherd. Oh. I can't counter Shepherd. If they go... I don't think they can Shepherd and... can you do this? Sacrifice another creature. Okay. If they have a Cradle, they play Shepherd. Cradle makes 2, 3. Yeah, they can go Shepherd, Cradle, Zenith for Oof. If I drop blue card, I can still Otawara and then Force, though. Like, I can Otawara Shepherd. I didn't. Oh, they can go Shepherd. They can activate Artisan. I'm gonna risk it. If they have Cradle, I think we're in trouble. But I can at least float with Otawara in that case. Probably just counter it, though. Seems better. Save Shepherd, and that's it. There, we are way ahead. Take 3. Draw. Let's draw. Let's make 1 construct. Go get a Petal. Monolith. Bauble. Feel like I should bounce this. Let's go Key. Untap. Tap. Otawara. Bounce. Play. Seat. Opal. See what their next card is. Force of Vigor. It's pretty good. And let's play another One Ring. Wait, was I supposed to do that? I don't know why I played that One Ring. I'm keeping this one. They can't kill it, but they can Force of Vigor both my keys. Although it has to be my upkeep, at which point I can use both of them. Ugin is looking pretty hot here. Is it finally going to happen? Or are they going to play Fiend Artisan and then hold the Shepherd for Force of Vigor? They probably should have done it right there. Interesting. Let's go Island. Let's play Monolith. Let's draw. Tap. Sure. They're now empty-handed. We can go Ugin, destroy Fiend Artisan, play the ring for 2, keep the new ring, play Emery, and I'm not even, well, yeah, I'll draw. Repeal, it's pretty good. Pass it over. They've got 1 draw. Reclaimer, sure. Pass it back. We go to 2. Another repeal. Let's draw 2. Let's untap Monolith. Tap. Untap Monolith. Repeal the 1 ring. Play Saga. Make a 2/2. Play another 1 ring. Emery. Spellbomb. Oh, Spellbomb's free. Whoops. Play Opal. Kill your Reclaimer. Pass it over. You can just play the 1 ring every turn with Emery. Looping it. No damage. Draw. Play Volcanic. Play Petal. Make a 2/2. Play Spellbomb. Make a thing. Attack for 2. And I'm just going to pass. And they're off it. We got them. Took quite a bit, but we got there. We're 1-0. See you in round 2. Round 2 against Yuki 510. We've won the die roll, and this hand is acceptable. Bobble, Opal, Emery. I like it. Get that Emery in there. OP did keep on 7. Get 2 rings in the bin. Play an island. I'm just going to pass. Swamp, huh? We actually have enough to cast the 1 ring next turn, as long as I don't use these baubles. Promox, okay. It's Mono Black Helm. That's what it feels like. Could be Black Saga Storm. Could still be either. Or it's Helm. Now do I use my baubles? Well, I'm not going to. Because we still have access to these 2 1 rings. Saga. Tap 2 opals. Let's play the Saga. Target a 1 ring. And play a 1 ring. Draw a card. That's not bad. Not bad at all. I guess I'm okay using one of these. Don't really care that it's in the void. I probably should have used it here. Or used this bauble. But no big deal either way. So they got 3 mana, 4 cards. Let's see if they play that other Dothy. They just passed. They clearly have Oppo Agent. Yeah. Or Bowmasters. Interesting. So let's go Seat and we have certainly got some options here. Jeez. I can play Ballista, X equals 2, then I drop the 1 ring. So I'm not afraid of Bowmasters. But I forego the tokens. I can just make the tokens, because those are going to be pretty good on this board. It just feels weird not using Emery. I feel like they have Bowmasters. So, play Ballista for 2. And draw. Unlucky. Actually, just going to attack. No Oppo Agent. Okay. Okay. Saga, 3 cards in hand, 1's a Dothy Voidwalker. Attack with Voidwalker only, okay. Sholdred. Yikes. That's a tough one. 1, 2, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I have to kill Voidwalker. I'm gonna bobble. It's gonna hurt, but I think we have to. Another Ancient Tomb, really? What? So redrew 3, take 6, go to 4. So you have to put a +1/+1 counter here. Or no, Agent. Oh, I forgot to. There's too many layers, man. Too many layers. That was a pun. But I mean, really, what? We'd shoot Agent twice. Then we'd get Pyrite Spellbomb. Play a Volcanic. I don't know. I don't think we can win this. Certainly not after showing them our deck, which we shouldn't have done. Volcanic. Play Key. Pass it over. They gain 2, they get Saga going, they have another Dauthi Voidwalker coming. Metal. Vault. Jeez. Yep. It's a lot of heat incoming. Just with Sheoldred. Interesting. I'm just gonna chump. Maybe take 2. Take 2. Play Tomb. 2, 4, 1, 2, 3. Can't even put this up. If I draw 3, I die. GG. Brutal. Okay. I want Ugin. I want Might. I want Repeals. Raven Form. PO can go. Memory can get trimmed. And let's try this. Alright, run the play. Yeah, I'll keep this. This is a lot of mana. Quickly. Opponent mold to 6, and then put Leyline into play. That's okay with me. I'm gonna go Monolith, pass. Really hoping we don't get discarded. And we can go Engine, Bobble, untap. God damn it. Yikes! So, they take Engine, which is no longer in the deck. Brutal. We play Island. Could play a Ballista for 3. Actually, just does not sound bad at all. Could also Thought Monitor, but Ballista for 3 sounds great. We'll just hold the Bobble for this Thought Monitor. We have 3, 4. We can almost cast it. Sure. Draw. That's good. Let's go Tomb. Play Spellbomb. Yeah, I don't think there's much use paying 2 life to have 1 floating mana here. Not a bad draw. Let's kill this. And get in for 1. Go ahead. Maybe I should have bobbled to play around Sheoldred. They go like Tomb Sheoldred. It also just Helm us. Voidwalker. Sure. Bowmaster on top. Good to know about. Very good to know about. Opal would be a great draw. Seat. Lorien revealed. Let's go Volcanic. Kill you. Get in. I'm gonna pump it. Pay the mana. Or the life and mana. Here we go. Master's not that scary. With the Ballista on board. Still gotta be a little bit careful here. Dot cast. Let's go Seat. I'm gonna cast it. Letting us draw. Interesting. Let's use 2 and play Monolith. Play 1 ring. Can't really attack with Ballista. Why can't you undo land tapping anymore? That's a glitch. Well, I will foretell this. Get in with Thought Monitor. Yeah, I kind of give up my Ballista if I attack with it. Oh. Agent, huh? Let's draw. If it's force, I might want to force it. Nope, no force. Yep. Got yourself an agent. Sending a message. Message being they forgot about the 1 ring. Shadow Spear, okay. They have Bowmasters plus 1 unknown. You go to 7. Come on with the tombs. I guess they're swamps at least. Yeah, let's draw. Play Bowmaster. Target Ballista. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pump it up. Kill the Bowmaster. Orc Army, it takes 1. I draw my 2 cards. We kill the agent. Play Saga. Play out my petals. Attack for 2. Now if they use Shadow Spear, we can ping it with Ballista. I guess if they have 2 mana, they can equip it once. No, we just wait till they attack. No, we can't because it'll be a 2/2. If they play a land, it'll get a little bit tricky. They didn't even equip or attack. Interesting. We go to 5. Draw. All we draw is Ancient Tombs. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just play it. Do I want to draw? 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cast Lorien Revealed. Let's hope they don't have another Bowmaster. They didn't. Play Petal. Also means I can do this. And this. Play Opal. Play a Key. Play Bauble. Use a Petal. Tap a Monolith. Tap it. Use a Petal. Play a One Ring. Keep the new one. Play a Petal. Attack with my Flyer. Sure. And Bauble you. We've got a land coming up. Another Oppo Agent. It's fine. Another Bauble. This Ballista has just been a house this game. Play their Vault. They have 1 unknown. I'm going to equip. That's fine. Actually, maybe I should have blown it up. Well, let's draw. 4s take 1. Go to 4. Draw a Monolith. Let's use Key. Untap. Tap, tap. Pump. I actually meant to make a token on the end step with my petals. I totally forgot. Hit the agent. Hit the agent. Tap one of these. One of these. Make a thing. Yeah, we could have just made an unblockable construct. But that's okay. We're way ahead. Haywire Might is interesting. Means we can't just get punked, although we have Force of Will. Also gains us life. We still just want Key. Draw with the One Ring. Ugin, Thoughtcast, damn. Let's go Key, untap. 3, 4, 5, 6. Right now, this will be free. Post Ugin, so let's go Ugin. Let's kill the bird. The Monolith. Bauble. Actually, let's just go bump this up. I guess they can block if they want. Yep, and then we still have the counter on Ballista, which is better. And I guess I'll Bauble. I'm drawing Saga. Draw Opal. Alright, we got him on to game 3. This is kind of a tough match, huh? Alright, let's keep it going. Alright, game 3, let's go. This is not a good hand. I mean, it's great if I know I'm drawing Ancient Tomb and they don't have discard. But neither of those things are all that likely. I guess even like a Petal or Bauble would be good. Or Seed of the Synod. No, I'm gonna mulligan. It is better, but it isn't great. Must admit. Just bottom the Force. Thoughtseize incoming. Yep. No Leyline at least. They'd probably take the engine again. And I do think I'll wind up bobbling into their discard. Just to avoid the Bowmasters. Outcast, not a bad draw. Let's go Petal, Bauble. I could play Tomb and cast Outcast, but I don't think that's necessary or good. Again, I'm going to Bauble now. I know I'm playing into discard, but I'd rather play around Bowmasters. It's just kind of the pinch that they put you in, right? And you gotta choose what's worse for you, and play into the other. Can't play around everything all the time. Alright, we drew our one Emery, which is actually not looking bad. That looks like a Bowmaster's if I ever saw one. I have seen them, I can assure you. Interesting. How bad do I want this Emery? It means losing my token to a Bowmaster's. Sadly enough, I think I have to forego for a turn, which does mean not activating for 2 turns, but what can you do? You know what I mean? Like, I could make a token, and then you can play Emery at that point, but then my token's a 1/1. Could have also just forgone the constructs, played Otawara and cast Emery, but I think that's probably not great either. This way I can just get Pyrite, Spellbomb, kill the Bowmasters, start looping it with Emery. Snaring Bridge? Don't really care about that. Like, I really don't care about that. Alright, let's make another one. And mostly for blocking. Let's get Spellbomb. Could get Might for Saga, but not too worried about Saga. Dread, kill Bowmasters. Pedal. Attack for 3. I guess I could have played... Well, I don't want to play Thoughtcast, I want to play Emery. Or if I did want to play Thoughtcast, I could have played Ottawa earlier when I had more artifacts and then cast Thoughtcast, but again, I don't want to. Emery's really good here. I'm so glad I only have 1. That's all you need. 1 is the perfect amount of Emerys to have in your deck when you draw it. Right, they have 3 cards. Even if they play some sort of graveyard hate now, we still have access to all of this with Emery. 5 minutes left. Opal. 2, 3, 4, 5. So, am I supposed to just engine here? Even if they get Needle off of this, we can repeal, and then we can just win next turn. Winning sounds pretty good. Could have attacked for 3, but I don't think I'm going to win this by attacking anyways. I mean, I could. Make a construct. Waste your mana. Alright, they did it. Getting Needle for Emery, or yep. But it doesn't really matter, we can just repeal it. Yep. Dark Ritual. Leyline of the Void. That's fine. Let's go Opal. Tap this, we're gonna repeal the Needle. Do get to draw a card. Oh, that was perfect. Alright, now we go for Haywire Might. Go Monolith. Make a green. Goes on Spellbomb. I play Haywire Might. Red. Activate Might. Play Spellbomb. Activate Spellbomb. Cast Spellbomb. Use Spellbomb. I mean, 3 minutes is plenty of time to do this. You know, kind of just wasting their life. Activate. Replay it. Play it. Alright, they're off it. We got them. We are 2-0. See you in round 3. Alright, round 3 against Red and Snap 1. And it's a little bit clunky. I'm going to mulligan. This one's a little bit better. It's bottom 1 of these forces. No, it's probably just key. I'll get a key when I'm ready to, you know. Grief, pitching, animate, dead. Okay. So it's a good thing I didn't bottom a force. If this is like actual factual Reanimator, it's a pretty good matchup. Can we lose it? Sure. Certainly possible. They may very well just have a Reanimate here so they can take both forces. Looting. Really could be worth forcing this. They only have 3 cards. I'm going to force it. This is a spot where it may very well just leave them stranded. Maybe not. They might just have it in tune. Another key. I think I just want to bobble off a Saga ASAP, so I'm just going to play Saga. Alright, pass the turn. Pass the turn. Wow, not even like an Exhume or something for Grief? I feel like they have Entomb and a 2-mana reanimation spell, and they don't want to waste it on Grief. It's a terrible draw. But you knew that. Now, if we don't hit anything here, we can untap our seat with Voltaic Key and play this other Emery. In fact, it could even just be worth doing anyways. It is a blue card if we draw a force. And we did hit some good stuff. Okay. Here comes the Entomb. Yep. That stinks. G-Daddy coming up. Father. Thy father incoming for 14. We'll just F6 here. We are in desperate need of a mana. Or a ring. If we draw a ring, then I can play mana off of Emery. Again, Archon. Oh no. It's actually really bad for us. We don't really have a play now. Damn. It's a good draw, but just barely off the mark. Alright, tough beats. We got a good sideboard for this. It's going to be tough to pull off 2 sideboard games, but certainly within the realm of possibility. Let's cut PO. This is kind of a low resource environment with all the forces. Probably trim the Thought Monitor as well. Definitely trim an Emery. Maybe a Bauble. A land. Actually, Emery's a pretty good low resource card. Oh, Fire and Ice. Yeah, I don't need those. Like, it's not like they don't have text, but they're not great. 3, 4, 16, 17. Only 17 blue cards, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we boarded out 5 blue cards and brought in 4. Ultimately went down 1. I don't really want any of those blue cards, though. It's possible Spellbomb just isn't good enough in this matchup, but what would I rather have? You know? I mean, typically this is not a terrible hand, but does not interact. Someone interacts and plays Emery. It's pretty good. What do we bottom, though? We need Bauble so I can play turn 1 Emery. Keeping Surgical. Monolith helps us play the One Ring. Although Emery's probably going to flip at least mana to help us cast that, and then Thoughtcast leaves us with... Well, if they discard us, they're going to take Surgical anyways. I think we do it like that. I think we bottom Monolith. Alright, they're on 7. Let's go Bauble. See. Emery. Mill the Force of Will. We did hit a Petal. We have this Bauble. I'm going to use the Bauble. Because we do have 7 forces, 2 surgicals, so that's 9 cards. Like 20% to draw 1. Wear Tear on top. That's good to know about. Okay. Straight up Thoughtseize. Okay. I imagine they pretty much have to take surgical. Although it depends. They might take the One Ring. Okay. Alright, let's hit Solan, Petal, Opal, Monolith. There we go. Let's go Petal. Play Petal, play Seat. Play the One Ring. Blue card or surgical. I mean, force or surgical. Oh, I always said the wrong thing. Well, we can't be discarded. Archon can't do anything to us. That targets. But they can put Grizzlebrand into play, which is pretty good. If they can. Well, let's hope they can't. They're playing a Voidwalker? They're just wear tearing or. Not too much we can do about that, except draw a bunch of cards. It's like not the end of the world. We're losing 2 lands, which is, I mean, it's bad. It's definitely bad for us, but seen worse. I'll play Bauble. Could re-ring, but I think I just want to cast these Thoughtcasts. Oh yeah. Let's go for another. Well, we did take ourselves off of Double Force. Unless we hit with this Bauble, we might. Oh, I shouldn't have played that. Totally forgetting about Serenity. Shit. Okay. We have a land coming up. Let's play Tomb. I can't believe I played that Petal. We did not draw a blue card. They still haven't put a monster in their graveyard. And we're about to draw a buttload of cards. Yep, 1 discard won't do it, OP. Right, unsurprisingly, they take one of our forces. And they are just passing. It's pretty good. For us. We take 2. Draw 3. Let's go Bauble. Bauble. Volcanic. Thoughtcast. Bauble you. Bauble you. Go to cleanup. We have 8 cards. Let's get rid of maybe an Ancient Tomb. That's a good one. Alright, 2 forces, 3 blue cards, 1 surgical. Oh, Entomb. Okay. Now that I drew Surgical, I'm actually just fine with this. You know they have Reanimate. Admire. You also know they have Wear and Tear. I don't really see how we lose this one. Game 3 will be tough, though. Going for the G Daddy. You probably scoop, right? Yeah, instead of letting me see the whole deck. Makes sense. Serenity, huh? I want Haywire Might? It's probably better than Spellbomb, huh? Because if we have a big board of artifacts and Saga pops off, we want to be able to get Haywire Might to protect us from that. Ugh. 3 opals. We're going to need them to mulligan. They're on 7 again. Oh, this hand is awful. Alright, Double Force, Bottom Tomb, Bobble. Let's see, good luck. Let's see, what do we want to draw? I guess it depends what they take. Can they afford to take Thoughtcast? It's kind of an uphill battle if they do. Because then just any time we draw a blue card, it's good for us. Alright, I took one of the forces. He's not bad. Any castable artifact is good, any blue card is good, any land is good. I think that constitutes like most of our deck. We basically just don't want any more top-end non-blue action. Like I don't want to draw a ring or Paradox Engine. We're gonna unmask us, okay? Take our other force. We're down to 3 cards. Now they play Serenity. We have to force it. I mean, we didn't have to, I guess, but I think it's better to. I don't know. I guess that's up for debate. We have 2 cards. Alright, these are actually not bad draws. Now, like, any action is actually good for us now. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4. We can even cast... Oh, I think we boarded it out. Thought Monitor, yeah. But we can certainly cast Thoughtcast. The Ring. Because we can't cast Paradox Engine. Sagas aren't bad. Come on, Ring. Ring, ring. Alright. We've got the mana. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. That's a whammy. Traxa. Come on. I think the worst part about this card is how long you have to wait, and then how much effort you have to put into figuring out what they took. Like, it's not terribly confusing. It's just certainly more time consuming than I would like for a card to be. They chose Bloodstained Mire, they played Bloodstained Mire, Lotus Petal, Looting. One of the petals, which they played, one of the lootings, which they played. And then they took Silence, so Ritual Exhume is out. So they have a Silence up. It's pretty brutal. Outcast is good. Oh man. So close to greatness. Wow. I'll play Engine. Very close, but I think we're dead. I think we are pretty much dead. You have to draw something now that forces them to use Silence. Or if they just put any more damage on board, then they can just silence us. Oh wait, do they have... Oh, they had Grizzlebrand. Okay. Now we get silenced. Yep, they got us. Kind of cheesed us out there. Really didn't draw anything. Well, we had the Thoughtcast. Alright, we're 2-1. See you in round 4. Alright, round 4, here we go. You know, I was thinking about it, and I think it was actually correct to hold on that Force Well for Serenity and just let our board get blown up. Because they didn't have any monsters. It was going to take them some extra work to really get there, and it wasn't like we had that many permanents that were getting blown up. I think it was smarter to hold. OP says my body is ready for the jank. Let's go Bobble, Opal. We have a turn 2 ring, which is not bad. Would have liked to have had a soul land there so that we could play it on turn 1, but I'll take it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I used Tomb. Are we in? Oh man, we're in. I hope it's Reanimator again. A pretty good start against them. Let's get Bobbly. Brainstorm. Okay. Doesn't seem like Reanimator. If they fetch that one away. Swamp Cycle. So probably some sort of tempo, but we don't know for sure yet. These are good draws. We are well equipped to just crush tempo right now. They played a fetch instead of the Underground Seal, though they probably shuffle it away. Reanimate the troll. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I can ice it, I can bounce it, I can just take 6. I can play another ring. Multiple forces. Let's go Saga. Let's get an Emery online. I want to save this for fire. I think I want to auto-water this on the end step, maybe? Wasteland is annoying. Does that mean I do it now? I don't think so. I think I just untap Monolith. Let him get in for 6 once. Push on Emery. It's annoying. How annoying? I think I'm okay forcing, actually. We're going to go to 6. They don't force back, and they ponder. Alright, we take 2. Draw another Emery. Draw 3. So I think we're playing another ring. This is tough. Let's play a Monolith. Play another One Ring. Keep the new one. Now we can loop them with Emery. Let's Island Cycle. Another basic. Play it. And let's Bobble. We have Ponder coming up. Draw PO. That's interesting. We gotta remember this tomb doesn't hurt us. We just played the One Ring. Ponder's fine. I just end step untap a Monolith. We can have a big PO turn. We take 1. Draw. It's a key. It's pretty good. 2, 3, 4 artifacts, 5 artifacts. Cast the key. Let's draw 3. Oh yeah. Monolith. Thought Monitor. Play another Monolith. Play a Thoughtcast. Let's go Tomb. One Ring. Let's keep this one. I'm going to play with this Opal. Just to make dazes pretty much useless from them. Tap these, don't take any damage. You can't undo Ancient Tombs anymore on Moto. I think it's a bug. If anything, we just need more mana, so let's tap this. Let's put this on Opal. Cast Opal. Look another blue. PO for 1, 2, 3. I guess I'll leave this for if we draw Engine. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is this the best odds of winning right now? Force, pitching Force. Force back, pitching Emery. And we're in there. We hit the engine. Did not. We did hit another PO. Play these out. Let's play Monolith. 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 Opal. Podcast. Key. Draw 4. There it is. Monolith. Let's go. Key. Untap. The engine. Pedal. Tap everything. Make a bajillion mana. Draw. Drop it. Make a mana. Another Opal. Bajillion. Ballista. For 12. And shoot you down. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. I want Power Blast. Repeals. I don't want Raven form. Ugin is interesting. I don't hate it. I don't love it, but it's a removal. It's just costly. It's got Thought Monitor. Did kind of win with PO there, but generally speaking, it's not the greatest in the matchup. Fine with trimming Force of Will. 2 of them. Let's try it. Sure. Passing the turn. They kept on 7. Let's see what Saga can do. Make them have it. Fetching to thin. I don't know if they just plan on playing Brainstorm anyways, so... Yep, there's the Wasteland. Alright. they had it. That's a pretty good one. I'll get it out there. Alright, they cycled the troll. Same play as before. Reanimate it. A little more threatening this time. They have 5 cards. Kind of leaves us open to Null Rod. If they had Null Rod, they would have slammed it, though. Try to force. They might force back, which is, you know. Okay, so they did. His force is gone now. I'd be able to push this ring through. Can't do it around a daze, though. Could just take one hit. Or we're playing around daze, and Emery can replay it. And if they want to daze Emery, they can. Either didn't want to or didn't have it. I think they just didn't have it. Oh, they have Snuff Out. Okay. Milled 4 artifacts. It's crazy. Every single one of those would have been a good draw. I guess Bobble's kind of whatever. Outcast is not bad. They have 2 cards. I think it's smartest to just go Monolith. Play around Daze, don't get Spell Pierced or Force Negation, please. Bowmaster, okay. That's annoying. For sure. Yeah, we're gonna draw. Fire's good. This costs 2. Alright. You're in some amount of trouble. If they have a second Bowmaster, that's also trouble. Let's fire. You're fired. Let's go Bobble. Wara. Outcast. They have a force, huh? Pitching Murktide. So now we're basically dead. Because we're taking 8. The one more from the ring. Yep, I guess. Right, they had a lot of interaction and they were on the play. But it was close. Definitely close. I feel like Ugin could be good. They have Snuff Out, huh? Maybe I'm just supposed to play Thought Monitor and Ugin. Trim Emery. God, Emery's so good, though. Maybe we'll try the Ugin. His hand is very good. Hand is very good. Let's see what they want to do about Emery. Force it. I like that. Are we in? Oh, baby. Took the bait. What a turn 1. Holy shit. What a turn 1. It's a nutty hand. Let's draw 2. Oh, yeah. Let's draw 3. Bubble. Saga. Bubble you? Surgical. Okay. I could untap Monolith. I think I just want to hold up. Yeah, we're good. Or are they going to shuffle? They are. I think people probably make that play too often. I'm just shuffling to get rid of the known information. Sure. This card is pretty sweet, pitching to both Grief and Force of Will. One ring is drawn as 6 cards. Take the Fire and Ice. Reanimate. Okay. Take the Raven form. It's fine. I know Bowmaster's only 2 cards in hand. We're about to draw a bajillion. Roughly, of course. Let's go Seat. Untap. Cast the 1 ring. Keep the old one. Now let's start over. Let's play another Opal. Play Spellbomb. Our life total is still pretty high without a huge ring hitting us. I mean, it's pretty legitimate to hold on to the old one too and just try to win the next turn. But this just feels so safe. A ginormous construct incoming. We'll draw a card. Take 1. Draw a natural. Let's draw Emery. Let's just make a construct. I didn't be able to make a lethal one this turn. Manifold Key. Seed of the Synod. Bobble. Yeah, they're off it. I was going to say, if we could find one more artifact, I guess I could probably repeal like a key or something, and draw more cards. And as long as we can get up to 12 with this construct and key it, then we can spell bomb as well. Either way, we got him. Stomped the tempo deck. We are 3-1. See you in the final round. Okay, final round against Iambeefsupreme. I'm going to keep this. We've seen better hands, but it's got lands and spells. Some pretty good ones. We need one more piece of acceleration. Tundra? I like that. I don't like that. Okay. Very scary. No more lands, please. Yeah, I'm just gonna hope they don't have it. You could play like Island Pass to try and bluff. To get them to maybe cantrip to find permission instead of going for it. And I don't think it's completely obvious what is best here. I will say this is not the hand that you want on the draw against Breakfast, who seems to have a fast hand. It's the opposite of what you want to see when you keep a hand like this and lose the die roll. Double white. Well, that's good. Stoneforge? Okay. That I can work with. Really looking for a red source or acceleration to cast the One Ring, although honestly the One Ring only does so much against this. It's good against Coldra. Son of a bee. Can't even kill Stoneforge. Guess I'm playing Seat and Monolith. No days. Now we have actual zero recourse if they have the combo. Coldra we might be able to race or beat by just like chaining rings, drawing the deck. We're going to take a hit here, which is fine. Alright, we go to 15. Draw. Just keep drawing lands. Do I want to make a token? Don't think so. Or I guess we can Unawara this now? Ooh. We don't have to do it now, but it makes a token potentially worthwhile. Make a token, I have one left, I can get a key, untap it. Saga, I can still play the One Ring. Pyrite doesn't really help anymore if they play, since they played this first. And have other creatures to redirect damage. Yeah, I'm gonna make a token. And I will get Manifold Key. Going to untap the Monolith. Another Saga. Now, we could have not made a token, and then we'd have key to be able to untap the One Ring. There's no guarantee it's gonna, yeah. Didn't resolve. Still haven't drawn a blue card or a force. If we had a force, we could hope to draw a blue card with Spell Bomb, or if we had a blue card, we could hope to draw a force, but we have neither. If they have the combo, we're dead. They only have 2 cards. If they have a land, could be looking for Illusionist, or if they have Illusionist. No, if they drew Illusionist, they just play it. No shuffle. Land drop. Not dead. This is presumably Force of Will. Taking another 5. Do I just want to cycle this? The answer is yes. Petal. We have 2, 4, 5, 6 mana. Not enough to Otawar and One Ring. PO's not bad. Not a bad draw at all. Let's untap Monolith. Also can't make a token if I play the One Ring. Still doing it. Okay. Let's draw. Alright, that's not great. Let's go ahead and attack. We're still in big trouble to the combo. And we're dead. They have 1 card in hand if it's Dread Return. They can still Cabal Therapy themselves. Their hand is Dread Return and they draw Cabal Therapy. It's a note. I can't believe we didn't draw Force. We could have drawn more cards. No. 2. I think we had just enough. We're going to Brainstorm first. And dead. Yeah, since they Brainstorm, there's no... I mean, I could see the deck, and I should, but... Snooze. Force Negation is only so good in this matchup. Help stop Teferi. We definitely want Pyroblast. I do like Repeal. Needle's good. I don't mind Ballista. Fire and Ice. Taking out 8 cards. Yes, it's PO, Thought Monitor, couple Baubles. How good is Repeal? It's good for Cauldra. That's about it though, right? Saga tokens. Guess I can cut a land. How many blue cards do I have? 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 16 is pretty low. I don't think there's that much we can do about that though. Yep. OP's a fan. Alright, we're going to play first. Our hand is acceptable. So we'll keep. We're going to open with Monolith, and then we're going to place Seat. And we've got some interactive spells open. OP Mulligan. We have interactive spells, we have Explosive and Staying Power and our mana. And we'll pass. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm really hoping to draw a Ring. So we have a Ring with Pyroblast backup. Cast a Brainstorm. And passing it over. Alright, let's play Opal. Not the greatest draw. Play Seat. And do I want to repeal my Opal? Like, do I want to cycle this? I guess I'll see. Like, if they play Stoneforge here and get Cauldra, then I'll hold on to it. If not, I'll probably just cycle it. Okay. I went for Shuko, huh? Interesting. Or so well. I want to play the Otawara. I think so. I want to be able to Hardcast Force and Pyroblast. It is nice having the bounce effect, but I do think I want to play it. Might as well play out this Monolith. I really hope they just have Cauldron in hand. We do need to find some action, though. There's Illusionist. Are we supposed to just be Pyroblasting it? Or forcing it? I guess it's Force. It's fine. Suit up the Stoneforge. Why not? Get in for 2. They have 4 cards left. 14. Draw action. Oh my god. It's bad. That's bad. I'm cycling. Oh, jeez. I mean, I know he boarded in some sideboard cards, but look, we're not even drawing our sideboard cards. We're 11 cards in, so 4 cards past their opener. And they've been Monolith, Monolith, Opal. Guess we drew Force of Will. It's real bad, though. I mean, you could hold the repeal for their construct, but I feel like the game is unlikely to go in that direction anyways. Serenity? Are you kidding me? That's bad. That is real bad. Can I please get some action? I guess that counts. Yes, that counts as action. They have, what, 3 cards? They did not make tokens. All we hit was a key. Opal's dead. And now we're dead to the combo. At least Shuko's dead. And Saga. Okay. Needle. On Emery, I guess. Okay. They have 3 cards. Land, 2 cards. No, don't play a spell. They're not playing a spell. Force of Will. Did I not board in Haywire Might? Oh, why not? I guess we play Monolith. Caldra's definitely going to be a beating if they have it. I'm certainly wishing I didn't cycle that repeal. Also, 17 cards in, no ring. There's a needle in play, it's not on ring. Can we please punish them? Guess that's a blue card for Force. This is a nerve-wracking game. Clock is dead even. Looks like they're passing. Well, there it is. Okay. Let's go ring. Ring, ring. Force negation. On the hardcast. Sure. There's a will back. Get in. Yes. Draw. Okay. Now we're cooking. Could take Illusionist. They're doing their draw stop it open, like maybe they have another Force Negation. Probably just do it now. So then we get to see what's going on over there. Okay. Step through. Couple of chants. Take a picture of this. Oop, they're off it. They just know we're going to bury them with the ring, and their combo's gone now. But they let us see. Just 2 Serenities, 2 Prismatic Endings, 2 Chants, 1 Cabal Therapy, 1 Teferi, 2 Force Negation, 1 Fluster, 2 Step Through, no Daze. May have boarded it out. Might wind up getting us as a result, but no Daze that I can see. Let's play the Haywire Might. It's their Needle, their Saga, Shuko. I'm not sure if Spellbomb's good enough. I mean, there's a lot of spots where it really is good enough. Maybe I just cut Bobble. This is okay. They've kind of got the 1-2 punch. There's a chance we just get wrecked by it. They did keep on 7. Okay, Brainstorm. So we're not dying. We're going to assume they don't have Daze. Again, we might get just blown out if they decide to board it out completely. Cast, not the worst draw. There you go, Key. Opal. Okay. I mean, we do a Blast Up, which is nice. We need any mana source. Would be really good. Really good. Shuko, okay. That's a good one. If it's gonna be a non-mana source, that's a good non-mana source. Let's go Monolith. Nice. Oh no, did not mean to pass phases. Let's play this one. Now we can untap. We can cast Thoughtcast or hold up. Pyroblast Repeal. Are we supposed to hold this up? Oh, Pyroblast plus Surgical. Pretty good. Yeah, I think that's... Double interaction is the way to go here. If we can get through this turn, I think we're going to be heavily favored. I think we are favored. But this deck is certainly capable of providing or presenting a kill that is protected. Looks like we're getting a turn here. Feels like a Force of Negation. Key is good. Well, that's Thoughtcast. Oh, that's pretty good. Let's go Key. Untap. Untap. Alright, we have some serious interaction going. We do have a repeal for the first Saga token. Feeling pretty good here. Again, clock is just dead even. It's always cool. Alright, we're passing. Boatloads of mana. An engine? Interesting. Let's put that one into play. They might actually just counter this. It's not even necessarily good. Like, I'm not going to fight over this. Pitching Fluster. Wow. Okay. Didn't make a token. That's a misclick. Oops. That stinks. I guess I'll untap this. Yeah, I'm not even sure I want to repeal this construct now. Not even sure I would have wanted to before, but if it comes down to it, we can. I'm probably going to name the One Ring. They should. Yep. Nomads and Core, sure. Land, they only have 2 cards. Alright, give me a ring. Come on, man. Maybe I should just hold this because of Serenity. We can repeal it. Yeah, I'm just holding. I know I wasted this key, but it's very unlikely it's going to do anything anyways. I mean, it's worth noting our entire board goes if they play Serenity. They only have 2 cards. Bring it on the slow beats. I'm going to take 1 hit. Actually, I'd probably take 2. I do need to draw something. We're very well set up if we do. Thank you. Okay. Bobble you. Uh-huh. They did put Daze back in their deck. It's a very old strategy to, like, actually take all your Dazes out. Although, It is really bad against this on the draw. Generally speaking, seems like the right play. Okay, our patience seems to have paid off. We are hopefully going to be able to bounce this needle and step. Pyroblast their force, untap, and one ring to victory. Sure. Getting in for a hefty sum. 6 coming in hot. We go to 9. Let's go ahead and make some extra mana. Repeal the needle. Just resolves. Okay. Let's play a monolith. Play surgical force of will. In case they have double force. Huh. Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna pay the black. What do you got? Let me look. They did have one. The needle that we knew about. They brought in 3 days. Days needle nomads. Let's go 1 ring. Draw. Untap it. Draw 2. Untap it. Draw 3. No access to engine. I'd really like to play an Emery before passing. Cast. Fire and Ice. Definitely going Saga. Spellbomb. Petal. We're going to be taking 3. Probably going to be untapping and winning. Do I Needle? 4, 8, 9. I can Ice the Saga. Then they can activate it. I can just Needle Saga. We have both of these on board. They're going to be dropping Needle again, which we have to force. I think we just put this on Saga. Play out this Opal. Hold up Force plus Pyroblast. In Surgical. Untap and win on our turn. We might have to play 1 ring and an Emery and pass another turn, which is probably fine. I do think I'm supposed to force this needle. They didn't tap it. Another Shuko. Tarn. What in Tarn Nations? Cabal Therapy? That's bad for us. Not Cabal Therapy. Should I ice their Underground Sea? Yeah, I'm gonna ice their Underground Sea. Sweet. We're gonna try to chant us. Upkeep chant. Do we force it? Bobble. Draw 4. There's Emery, another ring. Alright, let's play. I have more forces. Let's draw one more time. I did not draw any more forces, though. Do need to cast the 1 ring. Select the new one. They might. They Emery. They Petal. I'll draw. I should have drew on their turn. So play another Saga. Yeah, and then we'll kill him next turn. So I need Force, blue card, Surgical, Surgical. I want Pyroblast. We need the other ring. 1, 2, 3, 6, and it's probably the best land. We're down on clock now, but I think we're fine. Oh, I meant to keep another blue card for Force. Wild Therapy. Rainstorm. A little bit scary. Ponder. Shuffle some of the bad ones. Presumably shuffles. Yep. We are going to play Engine. Do it to force a chant. Play Needle now. It's fine. 1 ring, we could blow it up with Haywire Might. They have 3 cards. They tapped out of all their white, so they don't have chant. Might as well bobble. Nomads incoming. Draw. Take 1. Draw Ballista. Just go, tap that, go get. Petal. Untap a Monolith. Target. Paradox Engine. Untap a Monolith. The engine, which is dead. Let's heal the needle. Not that we really need it, but sure. Draw. I can do this pretty quick if we just only tap the monoliths. Then you can even use Emery to do it. Tap the monoliths. Play Bobble. I guess we'll draw another Force of Will. Emery, and Opal, 4. Get another blue card in there. Excellent. Some mana. Whatever. Go Ballista. Go for 17. No priority, so I can do this as quickly as possible. Get him. Get him. Get him. Yeah, they skipped it up. They probably said GG's. At least they were a fan of the videos too, so I'd imagine they're not going to try and time us out. I don't think I'll be able to see GG in time. GG's. Oh. Well, GG's Iambeefsupreme. That was an epic freaking match. This whole league was like... we pretty much went to time on all these. This deck grinds for sure. Another 4-1, so I've gone 5-0, 4-1, 4-1. Let's go back to the list. That is what, by my count, 13-2. I'd say that is pretty good. I think this new version is really humming. I'm going to test the second engine though. We've been having to do a lot of work to get it. Either that or find out how to squeeze in Inventor's Fair. I don't want to rely solely on Spellbomb. Like, unless you were to play... like, I sent this to Killaby. He played a league and he was 4-0. I don't know what happened to the end of it, but his changes were 2 cards. He took 1 island out, put a Seagate Restoration, and then he cut the Lorien Revealed for a Lightning Greaves, which is good with Emery, right? You can play multiple Emerys and actually use them. You can protect it, obviously. And when you make the play of making a token end step and then another one, you can suit up the other one. So there's a lot of utility for it. I just don't think there's enough creatures to really make it worth it. It would, however, if you replace Ballista with it, allow you to play Emery and combo them with Spellbomb on the same turn, whereas we were in a spot where we had to play Ring, fill our hand with interaction and play an Emery and then get them the next turn, which is fine. It's just more work, more opportunities for things to go wrong, more skill testing so that you actually play sequence well enough so that you don't die in the process, either to your own ring or your opponent's combo or whatever it is. There's a lot of room to make errors. This deck certainly requires reps. It would help if you were like an 8-cast player, I think, because it really acts like it's a control deck. Similar to like Blue Painter, where you're a control deck and then you just, oops, I win. But you'll notice a majority of the games we just won with like, scrappy. Well, I'd say, it was probably like half and half. I'd really have to count it up. But either way, this general build here is obviously feeling very strong. It's still a small sample size. 15 matches is not enough to definitively say, like, this is the nuts. But it is clearly very powerful. I feel as though for a while we've been kind of skirting around a potential very high power level deck, and I think we've come very, very close at this point. Undecided on Ugin. It's been good so far, but usually we're already winning when we draw it. It's tough, because just because the only time you cast it was when you were already winning, it does not necessarily mean that it's a win more card. It's only a one of. I need to draw it in a variety of circumstances. There hasn't been a spot where I think literally the only time we drew it was we were already winning, and it was only one draw. So we drew a bunch of different cards when we were already winning, and I did not conclude that a bunch of different cards are not worthwhile. So it requires more testing. Otherwise, like, the Pyroblast feels great, the Fire feels great, the Haywire Might feels great, the Needle feels great, and I've yet to play against Jeskai, but one of the reasons for moving to this build is I think we're a lot better equipped for Jeskai nonsense. We can kill Teferis and Narsets pretty easily, and then just unlock our stuff and go. And I think between the Pyroblast and the Ugin, and of course Haywire Might, I think we're going to have a good time against them. It is sad that we're down to 2 POs, but I think that's really the place to be. We're not, like, every now and then we have those explosive hands. Like, we had that turn 1 Emery plus turn 1 One Ring with Ancient Tomb, Monolith, Key, Opal in play. That was like, turn 1, double must counter threats, all the while putting into play 2, 4, 5 repeatable permanent mana sources. Crazy. That was nuts. But obviously, that's not what this deck does often. And more often, we're a bit more controlling, a bit more slow going. And what I found with 4 POs is that, for the most part, you're just waiting on them initially. And they're just kind of force fodder. Whereas with 2, the card is useful and very good in the deck. And especially, I think, with this configuration, I think going down on keys is worth it. But when you do go down on keys, you are going down on permanent mana sources. Because when a monolith is in play, your key is essentially a soul ring, or they're each 1 mana, whatever. If you have a tap monolith in play, you count your key as 2 mana. So going down keys does mean going down permanent mana sources, which is worse for actual PO. Having said that, between, of course, the ring and how it combos and the couple POs, we still have very high chances of just all of a sudden winning. So with 2, we're more likely to draw it down the road, which is where we want it, or in the event that it is in our opener or comes into play early, we have a very low chance of drawing a second one. Whereas if you have an opener with like multiple POs, it's the last thing you want to draw. We just, generally speaking, have a lot less top-end action now, so we're not going to wind up in that spot where we're strung on mana and just have a bunch of top-end action. Obviously, it can happen, but happens a lot less now. So I guess the only thing that I could possibly change is figuring out how to either get to a second engine or an Inventor's Fair. I don't think I want to go up on a land, though. So Inventor's Fair would have to replace something. I think the only obvious spot would be Island. I'm not sure if I want Inventor's Fair over Island. And when I say I'm not sure, I mean legitimately, I'm not sure. So, if you're looking to play and test this deck, go for it. We could play a Seagate instead of Lorien Revealed, and then play Inventor's Fair instead of an Island, and just play 17 lands. I'm not sure that I want to do that, though. One of the tough parts is that we just absolutely cannot remove any more blue cards. We cannot. I want a certain density of baubles to help smooth things out and make Emery better. I do think I want over 4. The 5th bauble just feels good. I don't think going down to 1 key is correct. Spellbomb has just been incredible. Absolutely incredible for this deck. It's exactly what this deck needs. But it's the sign of a good deck. When you look around, you just literally cannot cut anything. You don't know what to cut. The only redundancy that seems possibly unnecessary is Spellbomb and Ballista, but like we talked about, if you don't have Lightning Greaves, and then you're just putting another card anyways, and you're not going down, you're not opening up a slot if you're playing Lightning Greaves, but without it, you can't actually combo Spellbomb unless you have an active Emery, which is not necessarily what... that's not a constraint that I want when I've drawn my deck. When I literally can draw my entire deck, I need to win. Unless, the card has otherwise been discarded or something like that. Like, that happens. My opponent interacts with me in that way. We have other ways to kill them. I understand that. But in the event that I am not being challenged at a point where we have now drawn our deck, I need to be able to win on the spot. But yeah, I haven't touched or changed the list at all for those 3 leagues for a couple of reasons. One, because I'm having success with it, so I want to keep it rolling, and I want to have data that isn't moving. And 2, because the slight complaints that I'm making and potential tweaks are only just that. This might even just be perfect. I've played enough 2-engine to know it does get clunky. I've played enough Inventor's Fair to know it is good. And that might be the way. It might just literally be you know, don't play 2 islands. But that's going to be it for me. Sorry for the extremely long wrap up here, but I'm super stoked with this list too, because to be quite honest, with the previous lists, with preordain and whatnot, they were inconsistent, right? They were either you steamrolled your opponent with the most powerful fucking deck that you could possibly imagine, doing just outrageous shit like playing One Ring with backup, which we can do with this deck, but it's more often with that deck, or you were just clunky as fuck. It would, I was either 5-0ing leagues or 2-3ing them, and it was up and down, and the tempo matchup was difficult. Like, we had the tools, but it took a lot of work, and all it took was like a slight misplay, getting outplayed, opponent having a good draw, whatever it is. Whereas we are good against tempo. Like, we are ready for that matchup. I haven't really been losing it, which is, whatever. We're 13-2 with the list, so we'll see. We'll have to play against tempo some more, see if that continues. But I'm going to go ahead and stop talking and see y'all in the next one.